All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're here, we're live, we're taking your questions. Hopefully, we can inform some people on some stuff. Anyways, if you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications, and all that bullshit. Yeah, doing that. Shout out to Angrysnowboarder.vip for sponsoring this live stream. If you're not a member, you should check it out, Angrysnowboarder.vip. If you got questions, get them over in the chat. Going to try to answer them. Super chats, get a spin of the wheel. Typical prizes on there. Small 2 jumbo sticker packs, and 1 mystery prize is the grand prize on there. Do I know what the mystery prize is? No, because I just reach into a box and pull it out. All right, let's take a look at some of these questions. Let's see. Jeff DeMoose, 776. What would be the recommended weight range for the 152 interior plane project Haro? That is basically 175 pounds or less, in my opinion. Ideal weight range is probably somewhere in that like 135 to 155 range would put you like right in the middle for what that board actually is. Car wreck. I should look into waterproofing my shells. Nick wax, correct? Yes. What you want to do though is you want to use like the tech wash the first time and just make sure they're clean. Then you follow it up with the spray on stuff, especially around the seams. You just want to really make sure that you get those seams because that's where they're going to leak the most for anything that you're trying to waterproof. So you just really want to make sure that you take the time to go over all your seams, especially right across the shoulders. That's usually where they tend to leak the most. So around the shoulders and then down the side under the armpit and stuff, just look for any of the seams, the critically taped seams. And if you can, take the jacket, turn it inside out, and just look at the seams on the inside and make sure that like the tape and stuff hasn't come apart on there, that they're still there. If it's come apart a little bit, electric or duct tape just down the insides of the seams and then hit it really quick with a heat gun just to make it a little more tacky, and that'll do it. Or you can actually get seam seal. I think that's what it's called, the seam seal. And it's like a tape for that. It's costumers tape and stuff, and for just working on things, but you could retape the seams on the inside as well to get that thing open. PSA from Ahmed Ali. Big snow in New Jersey opens on Tuesday. Recirculated air at indoor snowboarding in New Jersey. Pretty sure they're making you wear a mask, and they have a park set up from what I've seen. So, yeah. All right. So here's a bigger one, and in case you guys haven't caught the video, I put out a whole video yesterday. It's 17 minutes long, just really talking about the reservation system that Vail's doing, and this goes out from Team Torque. Do you know what happens when you reserve a day and end up not being able to make it to the mountain that day with the Epic Season Pass? Well, it means it's reserved. That spot's gone. You didn't show up. If you don't cancel it, no one's going to fill that void, and then that's it. Like, tomorrow's a new day. That's really it. If it's one of your priority reserve days and you don't use it, you show up, you're going to get that 7th day or whatever that is back. So you can try to get another priority day later in the season. So basically, it's the same thing of like doing a dinner reservation and you don't show up. They might try to contact you, but it doesn't even sound like it. They're just going to be like, well, they didn't show up. Okay, tomorrow's a new day. On to the next one. So that's really what they're looking for. This is a true fact that if someone is drinking a Four Loko, they want to be throat punched. Like, Four Loko is like the product of throat punches. You drink a Four Loko, you get a throat punch. Remember that. All right, so Caravan asks, should I buy a ski-in condo that would give me a 45-minute commute because actual homes in the same commute range in my city are out of my price range? If it's cheaper to buy a condo at the resort than it is your town, I'd rather deal with a 45-minute commute to work every day than a 45-minute commute to the mountain. Like, think about that. It's a powder day, the road's closed to the resort, but you live there, you're fucking out the door, you're on the hill, and everyone else is shit out of luck. You're there. Plus, chances are the property values in the long term will be better for you. So if you can afford it, it's cheaper than like the city you're in, fuck yeah, do it. That's the way I would do it. I mean, it's like when people try to tell me that Denver is a mountain city and they're close to the ski resorts. And I'm like, yeah, if you want to spend 8 hours in traffic on a Saturday, sure, fuck yeah, have fun with it. Like, I'm sorry, I view myself as living close to the ski resort. I can see it out the window. Like, I go over to the window and I can see it. It's fucking amazing. So, I would personally do it that way because here's the other thing. If you move or you do anything, or let's say you want to buy a house in the burbs or something, and you have that condo, you got Airbnb potential, you got long-term VRBO potential. You can put it, if you buy a condo in like one of those condo hotel type things, like we have a lot of those here, you can have them manage it for you. I think they take like a 20% cut, but they're renting it out. That thing is making you profit. And it's one of those things like if you did move and you turned it into an Airbnb or whatever, if you block out like you're going to be there for 2 weeks, you just don't rent it that 2 weeks, and then the rest of the winter you rent it out, and it's making you a revenue stream. So in the long run, I think it's actually a smarter bet. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Let's see. Ooh, Cameron Perry. I'm going to throw this into the mix to mix up the past questions. Best interaction out of any pro you've met over the years and worst. Sean White's usually a dick. I mean, that's just kind of a given. He's always a dick. I've had good interactions when he was a kid, but now he's a cock juggling thunder cunt. By and large, Travis Rice was cool. I've met him a few times. Let's see. My favorite one is just interacting with like Todd Richards or Kevin Jones. Those guys are always cool just to talk to and shit like that. My all-time favorite one, though, had to be I was at SIA, had my head down. I was like on my phone checking my itinerary to see what meeting I had to go to. And this guy just walks up and sticks his hand, and I'm like, don't even see it. And he's like, you're the angry snowboarder, and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, yeah, I am. And I look up, it was Terry Kidwell. And he's just like, I love what you're doing. I love everything about snowboarding. And I was like, well, thank you for being the godfather of freestyle. Like, thanks, Terry. Like, you're the fucking man. So, I don't know. I have, like, weird interactions with pros more than anything. Like, most people fan out, and I'm just more like, we just end up talking about boards and stupid shit because we know each other, and we're just like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, we're always doing that. I'll tell you what, most pros are actually pretty. Jack Matroni's kind of a fucking douche nozzle, actually. He pushed me over in the lift line one time on a pow day at Copper, like just thinking he was talking. And it was right when Friends was a whole big thing, and they were like, we're all about inclusivity and everyone's our friends. And I was like, guess I'm not your fucking friend. And he looked at me, and he wasn't expecting to get called out. And I was like, your headphones are fucking shit, and your company's going to go out of business. And now they make fucking women's yoga pants. Just saying. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. I gotta move this thing. It's going to take me out if I spin it. All right. Sorry. First super chat of the night from Undead. Favorite bibs, looking for some new ones. It comes down realistically to what cut you want from them. Oh, sweet. You got a small sticker pack. So I've already got your address, so we're good. I'll just put that down, but I owe you 2 because I still got them from this week's one. It comes down to what cut you want in there. Like each one has a different cut to it. Like personally, if I was going to do bibs, I'd either do Volcom or L1 for me, just because the cut would fit me better. But if you're like a little more girthy in the butt and have big old thighs, Air Blaster will fit you better. 32s are just kind of just like they're Burtons, depending which cut they have. They can either be more tailored or that. It really comes down to it. But any of the reputable brands will have something for you. The bigger thing with bibs that I find is there's like cheap ones out there where they really try to skimp on stuff. So look at the seams where the bib actually is and like how it comes down the side, especially right around the hips, and make sure it's at least double or triple stitch seam. If it's a single stitch, you're probably going to blow it out. So you just want to make sure that you keep an eye on that. All right. We got another super chat from Bottled and Dork. RIP L Stacker's Adventure. Rest in peace. Killed by Black Snowboard of Death. BSOD. All right. Somebody's happy they bought a new snowboard today. Oh, well. You need stickers for your new. Oh God, I dropped that. For your new snowboard. So yeah, So that's good. If not, I'll send them to your son. He needs more stickers. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right. I feel like I'm missing a question here. GSADS89, have you ever ridden a Gentum stick? Which one and what were your thoughts? I haven't ridden a Gentum. No, I haven't ridden. I've ridden Moss for those Snowsurf ones. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get a Gentum yet. Eventually, that probably will happen. I'm going to bet for 2021 2022 season. I might be able to make something work for that. So, yeah, otherwise, have not. Okay. Jack Greenhog, e-jackknife or Orca for a Freeride board would be more of a daily driver. Already have a dedicated POW board. I'd probably, if you've already got a dedicated POW board, get the e-jackknife then if you're going to use it as a daily driver. I mean, it's still, they claim it's like more Freeride, but it really has more freestyle aspects to it. So if that's not your thing, you may want to bump up to something a little stiffer that they offer, like maybe a Swiss knife or a hot knife. Something like, well, no, they replaced the hot knife to the TRS, the new TRS, and that merged. So my bad. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Churning Park, for a 15-year-old, what would you consider expensive for a season pass? Mine was $379 for 3 East Coast mountains. They're some of the biggest on the East Coast. That's cheap, man. Okay, so when I was 15, a season pass to one resort in Western New York with 749 vertical was $750. One resort, 750. 3 resorts for 379? That's a good price, man. That's a really, really good price, actually. And if you think that you're getting good value from that, you probably are. I mean, you're essentially paying $126 a resort. $126 a resort. Well, shit, man. So let's say you got $126 and you go to each resort 10 times. You're paying $12.60 a day to ride. So realistically, at 15, you should be able to get 30 days. And so you're paying $12.60. I mean, fuck. You should be able to make like $12.60 a day doing something. So yeah, that's actually a really good value. Okay, so truth prevails. So you get 7 days you get to reserve, but then you reserve for the week. So you have what they call 7 priority days. So this is all in regards to Epic's reservation system. So you have 7 priority days. So between November 6th and December 7th, you can pick those priority days as a season pass holder. Lock them in now. So let's say you want Martin Luther King weekend, fucking New Year's Day, Valentine's Day for some fucking reason, and some days in spring break. You can just lock those in. They're locked in. You're good. Then season starts. Let's say it's December 1st. You fucking, it's the day before December 1st or whatever. You know, it's the Sunday, whatever it is. And you're going to go 2 days that week. You hop on epicpass.com, you reserve that. Because you can actually have 14 reservations at any given point. So every week it renews for you for those week of reservations thing. By and large, they've got enough capacity that I think they're spreading people out that everyone, except for like holiday weeks and high peak times, you should theoretically be able to get out and ride almost every week if you really want to. It's just a matter of, oh, well, Sunday at brunch. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to book Monday, Wednesday, or let's say you're a Saturday rider. Well, while you're in the chairlift on Saturday, book it out for the next Saturday. You got a 7-day window to really work with there. So I think that's kind of what they're going with this. I mean, there's some flaws obviously in it, but they'll figure it out as they go along and get things a little more dialed in. Let's see. Rubo Harris. $5 to ban Slim. I don't want to ban him yet. He's kind of amusing. I mean, someone super chats me $100. I'll ban him right now. Whew. There you go, bud. You won a small sticker pack. So there you go. All right. And let's see. Michael Anderson, $5 to save Slim. Oh, Jesus Christ. Save Slim Whitman. Ooh, spin again. Damn. All right. Well, one more. All right. There you go. You won a small sticker pack. All right. Let's take some more questions before we hit the next super chat. Let's see. All right. Ryan Chandler, are you familiar with the Arbor A-Frame? I am. If so, what are your thoughts? I had never seen that deck until recently. So the A-Frame used to exist in the Arbor line, then they pulled it out, and then they put it back in recently. That's like your best way to describe it is kind of your like big mountain freeride charger, I guess, is the way. It's like you're hauling ass, you're plowing through everything in its path, you're going to send some big shit, you need a board that's going to stomp and be stable. It's kind of like on that same level of like Nidecker or Megalite or Ultralight in that category, or like a Jones Ultra flagship, you know, a little more pricey, a little more stiffer, a little more aggressive, just one of those things that really you bring your A game with. Is it for everyone? No, definitely not. If you read up on the description, it just understand it's a bit of a burly ass board. So yeah. Let's see. Paul Cummins, hey, are you gonna ride the new Mountain Twin? Yes, I will. Actually, I gotta talk to my rep PD and gonna pick that up. I think we're 34 days from start of snowmaking at Loveland and potentially A Basin. So theoretically, hopefully, I will start riding in October. If not, probably the earliest will be November. But the goal is once the season starts, I figure out the reservation system because I'm pretty sure Icon's going to do something weird. And a bunch of the other resorts are. My goal is to hopefully pick up enough passes that I can round robin and not be like freaking out. Like I'll be able to be like, oh, I can go here, I can go here, I can go here, I can go here type of scenario. And the goal is to get out, ride as much product that I haven't ridden and get it up for you guys. Tuesday the 1st next week, 35 reviews will be dropping. I think I'm just going to do the boards. I'll save the one binding I have, so it'll be like 34 boards. So there'll be stuff from Rome, Capita, Borealis, Kemper, Marhar, Rosenal, and Interior Plane Project. So you got 7 companies with stuff coming up. So, yeah. Okay, Slay J, so stoked on the new Rome party mod. Fuck yeah. I mean, come on. Party mod. Haven't killed my mod rocker yet, but the only thing close to replace it is the Arbor Wasteland. Do you think I'd have a better time on the party mod wide with 11.5? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. What do we got here? Got a text from Slim Whitman. I hate your moderator, but I love you. It's not spewing hate at me. I guess that's good. Thank you, Slim, for once. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, so party mod, I would definitely go with that over like an Arbor Wasteland for sure. I think they're going to ride completely different than the two. Well, they obviously will with the camber profiles and everything, but they are made the same factory. Okay, where was I? I got a super chat here from Drew Weisner. What is something you think snowboard bindings need that nobody is doing yet? It's not what I think it's going to be eventually in the future is we're all going to have 3D printers to print stuff. It would be cool to see a company just straight put their like for ladders and shit, just put out the file so you can be like, broke a ladder, print it out that morning, put it together, and then go shred. I think that's really it. As far as other binding tech, I mean, they're always reinventing everything, and it's really cool to see when a company really goes hard at trying to just perfect something versus like they make a mediocre binding and they keep it in their line for 10 years and keep it around. So yeah. So yeah. So anyways, so there's that. All right. Aaron S. Damn, I won jumbo sticks and forgot to email. Well, then email me, dude. info@Angrysnowboarder. I know you won some, so just put it together. I know you didn't collect it, so just do it and I'll send them to you. It's not that hard. I'll even write it down right now that I owe you a set. So, yeah, let's get those in the mail to you guys, and it'll be good for you. Okay. Also, this month for September is VIPs getting their big envelopes too. So if you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, you're going to get your jumbo envelope. If you're not, you can always sign up for $15 a month and you're going to get your jumbo envelopes. Or if you just want to buy a packet of stickers, I sell them on Angrysnowboarder.vip too. So you can always go there and check that out. Ooh. Okay. Oh God, you people. Undead, make Slim a mod. No, I hate my life. Spin again. What do we got? Yeah, that's what you deserve for saying that. You get the middle finger. Okay, bottled and cork. Which bindings did you review? Any union? No, I'll show you. I think they're still sitting here. Yeah. I reviewed these generic Alibaba Express bindings. I think you can buy these for like $30 a pair, and they'll put your name on them. They're just cheap fucking knockoff bindings that like 20 other companies have, and they're from Borealis. I need to go buy the cheap knockoff union bindings that brands keep selling so I can cut them in half and show you guys how garbage they fucking are. So, yeah. All right, let's give you a spin. Lose a turn. Perfect. All right. One more super chat from Teen Krieg. Thoughts on the public display? Their boards have like weird specs if you actually look at them, like with the side cut to the width and stuff like that. I need to ride them to really know how they ride. But every time I was dealing with the one guy that was working for him, he was such a pain in the dick that I was just like, I just don't give a fuck. I'm just not gonna bother reaching out anymore. So, but they did sign Daniel Patterson, so you know maybe she'll talk about it on her OnlyFans. That's the thing. She has an OnlyFans. Woo! Hell yeah, dude. You just won the fucking mystery pack. So you know the drill. Email me, info@Angrysnowboarder.com. Tell me you won. Remind me that you won the mystery pack, and I'll get that in the mail. So, and do that. I'm not going to take it off the wheel. I'm going to leave it on for a little while longer. See if someone else wins something tonight. All right. Okay, Tron, big wheel, big spin. Oh, God, here we go. You lose. You get the middle finger. Okay. Okay. Human rationally, I'm currently using the Union Contact Pros, looking for something just a bit more stiff. Got something that comes to mind. Well, if you're going with Union and you want something a little bit more stiff, you could go to a Force or you could go to a Strata in there. That would do it for that. Otherwise, if you're like still looking for something that's got play underneath it but might be just a hair stiffer, check out the K2 lineup as well. That kind of comes to mind as being something that is similar in that category and might work for it. So that's really what I would recommend with that. Let's see. Did I miss a question here? Ryan Chandler. Rank from best to worst in your opinion. Captain Mercury, Super DOA, and a simulator for all mountain freestyle board. Well, first it's going to be the Mercury because you're talking all mountain freestyle. So it's Mercury. Then I would probably put the Super DOA because once again, you're looking for all mountain freestyle. Then the third would be the simulator. So your best is the Mercury, Super DOA is in the middle, then the simulator. You could kind of interchange a simulator with Super DOA based on the flex that you want to go with. For me personally, the way I would do it would be Mercury, a simulator, Super DOA. Like Super DOA is just like I feel like it's mismarketed. I haven't ridden the new one, which is sitting over there, but once I do it, I guess they tweaked the flex on it a little bit. I'll be curious how that rides, but for now, I'm like Mercury is always going to be my right now is like my hands down favorite board from Captain because it's just like it can do everything. Favorite freestyle board is definitely the simulator from them. Brian Lannis. Hey, Avran, any thoughts on the GNU Fun Guy? How does it compare to the Orca things? Stiffer, more poppy, different camber profile, different flex pattern in it. That's really what it is. It's based off that same concept of volume shift in there. Overall, basically, if you thought the Orca didn't perform enough or it wasn't stiff enough or it just wasn't as precise, that's where the Fun Guy really sticks out, being above the Orca. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Sam Martin, would the Burton Cartels be a good match for the Battalion Goliath, or would you recommend something else? No, that's actually a perfect binding to go on the Goliath. Like that board is like your all mountain do everything, and the Cartels like that all mountain do everything. Like that's a perfect blend of a binding and board. Just fucking go with it. You're good. All right, Harume, I just got a brand new setup. Have you ever had a brand new board stolen? No, I haven't had a brand new one stolen. I've had one that was beat to piss stolen, and I felt bad for the person that took it. I was more pissed that they got my bindings that I've been breaking in for 5 years, but whatever. Been thinking on whether or not I should buy a lock. It's the 2021 Burton Deep Thinker with a very in-your-face graphic. Here's the thing. Dakine makes that little retractable lock. Is it the strongest fucking lock out there? No. But is it enough to be a theft deterrent? Yes. That thing is like this big. You can keep it in your pocket. I use it when I go to the mountain. I always take a second board and I just lock it on the rack and go ride for a couple hours, and then I swap over to my afternoon board. So I'll just leave it locked on the rack, and that thing, just a little cable, little 4 combo thing. I mean, you could break that thing with a fucking hammer and pretty much pull it apart if you wanted to. But if you put it right at the rack, right where everyone's going to see it, they see everything, no one's going to fuck with it. I think they cost like $29.99. You can probably buy it through evo.com and the affiliate links down below. I'd do it, man. Like if you're worried, that peace of mind, it's like car insurance. You don't need car insurance till you fuck up, but it's there. Sometimes you might pay for years of it and never use it. And then one day you fucking have an accident and then you get paid and all this shit. It's really what it is. It's a peace of mind thing for $30. Fuck it. I say go for it. Also, for all you guys that are just tuning in, just getting here, if you got questions, get them in the chat wherever it shows up on whatever screen you are on, and I will answer them. If you super chat, you get a spin of the wheel. We're giving away some prizes, stickers, whatnot, things like that. So that's what we got going on tonight. All right. All right, where were we? Just saw a good question. Tron, any thoughts on the new wired Recon? The review of that will drop on Monday. I wrote it. It's basically like kind of like the Vantage almost. It's like in that same category, little different side cut, little different flex pattern. Personally, I'd rather ride a Vantage than that, but some people, they might like this. You'll see on Monday with the review. So yeah, let's see. Okay. Jack Greenhall, favorite helmet. I really like Giro. They seem to fit my head shape the best. I kind of go back around. Getting something with MIPS is always good. Helmets are kind of like boots. The best helmet's the one that fits your head and, you know, actually has real safety certifications. It isn't like something you bought for $30 off Amazon called Outdoor Masturbator. So, you know, those actually don't have safety standards. I looked into it. Like, they're not registered. So, yeah. So, you know, you just want to do that. MIPS is a little bit better. You know, you want to make sure you get a good fit in there and everything like that. I've been rolling. I was rolling a Giro Combine. That's retired. I just got to get a new one. I'm just like playing around with fit and trying to get something that fits my head shape. So, yeah. All right, everybody, click like. All right. Let's see where we got another one from J Sloth 4130. Send this 5 directly to Bottled and Cork for completely owning me in the comments of your last video. Yep, he got me good. Morty voice. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right. Next on Super Chat person question gets a spin. Let's see. Where was I? Daniel Gertie, have you heard about any delivery delays for product due to COVID? There's going to be a few delivery delays, but Burton's shipped, Capita's shipped, K2 has started to ship, Ride shipped, Jones is shipped, Rome's shipped. Pretty much like 32, I think, is having some issues and maybe Vans. But for the most part, almost everyone shipped or had already shipped before it. I don't think it's going to be like one of those years where they get here super late. Like, if anything, they're probably going to show up in October, which won't kill you. And you get a spin of the wheel, bud. Thanks to Angrysnowboarder.vip for sponsoring this video. Okay. Sean Sheeling, stuck work, watching data, replicating, watching. The G Angry could be worse. Can I get a spin? And here's a few bucks for tacos. We're on crab rangoons now. Tacos are out. Crab rangoons are now the new fashionable after shred food. If you're in Breckenridge, you have to go to Castaways Cove, underneath River Mountain Lodge. Go see my friends Mick, Justin, Caleb, Todd, Garrett, all those guys, Lee, and Stefan. From scratch, crab rangoons. Fucking great. Get a poke bowl while you're there, too. Sometimes you might even see me sitting in a booth arguing with people for no apparent reason. All right, well, that says plug the personal shopper. So if you need personal advice on snowboard gear, you can go on Angrysnowboarder..com, and we have a personal shopper thing there. Basically, I answer your questions directly, and we've got multiple tiers of payment. $5, quick question. $10, a little more in-depth question. $15, I'll walk you through the whole process, and $50 if you're a fucking time vampire and need someone to yell at you to buy something. If you're a shit or get off the pot type of person, I recommend the $50. If you just need a quick answer, $5. So there you go. Angrysnowboarder.store.com. You can find it over there. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Yanni Malmi, whose edge tech do you think works best for icy man-made crap? And it's not the edge tech, it's a combination of things. So it's the side cut, the edge tech, the camber profile, and the flex pattern that really make it. Like, you could put an extra set of bumps on a fucking snowboard, but where you put it, if you don't put it in the right spot, it doesn't grip the way it should. Like, Never Summer's RC Tech, they put it too far in, so it's inside the insert pack, so it makes the board more hooky. You want it more like right under the insert pack. That's why I'm a big fan of Arbor's Grip Tech. That's like my personal favorite one. But if you want to talk about like silent grip technology, K2s are fucking solid. As long as you keep the edges sharp, they'll grip on there because they have such a multi-radius side cut. It's just gripping all the time. So it really does come down to so many factors in the board there. So hopefully that answers that question. Let's see. Okay, see if I can pronounce this. Reservations. Do you think small East Coast mountains will do a similar reservation system to Vail? So here's the big thing. Vail's the big leader. So what they do, it tends to trickle down to how other resorts do it. Do I think all resorts are going to do it? No. Do I think there will be resorts that do it? Yes. Do I think there might be resorts that do it just for peak holiday weeks and stuff? Because that's like when they can't deal with it. The big thing is it comes down to the resort itself. They know the numbers of visitors that are coming, how many passes they've sold, hopefully. Hopefully they're just not like just willy-nilly fucking printing shit over there. Like, and the thing is, like, this whole Vail model, I don't think people realize it's loosely based off what Powder Mountain does. Like, they actually, if you go to their website in the season, they on how many day tickets are available, and you can check the calendar and see what's been sold and stuff. It's a similar concept to that. So I think what you're going to see is you might see small resorts do it. You might also see ones that are like, the only time we got to worry about shit is Christmas. And that might just be what they're doing, or spring break, or Martin Luther King weekend, or something like that. And then there'll be like everything else. They're like, oh, it's business as usual. So it's going to be hit or miss on that. But I think over the next few weeks, we're going to see people adopting it. And so that's kind of what that video was for, was to like get you used to it. If Icon does something similar, I'm going to put out a video about that. But if like some tiny little shit hill that I've never heard of in Missouri comes out with it, like, am I going to do a video? No, I'm not. You're on your fucking own to figure that shit out. So hopefully that kind of answers that question for you there, bud. Let's see. Jack Greenhog, have you ever overflexed a boot? Oh, yeah. Oh. Fuck. Do I have any in here right now? I don't have any. Yeah, I have obliterated boots. The worst one I think I've ever done was the first year Burton Hale. I overshot a jump and flexed into it and blew the articulated cuff so bad, like it creased the sides. It hit the back spine, snapped the back spine, and in doing that, it grabbed the Achilles on my right foot and cut in there. I ended up pulling my foot out of the boot and binding while it was still strapped in. It was just bleeding everywhere because I completely obliterated it and snapped it. There was a year I got a set of K2 T1DBs, but they were prototypes. They were working on this reflective heat gel thing. The best way to describe it was it looked like a set of LA Knights or LA Gears or whatever the fuck they were. British Knights, that's what they were. They were British Knights. It looked like their old heel air pocket, but it was on the toe. And what it was when the sun would go in, it was supposed to heat up and like keep your toes warmer. I fucking overflexed the toe one time and it blew the seams out. And eventually it blew the boot all the way around and you could just see the liner. And so like when I'd be riding and snow would just be packing between the shell and the liner on that boot till I got new ones. You can always overflex a boot. It's not a matter of if, but when and how. And most people will never do it, but let's say you're like a 260-pound dude and you fucking buy like some low-end 32 boots for $100 on clearance that were designed to be like my first fucking Lodge Pimp boot. You're going to fucking overflex them, dude. You're going to snap the back spine and you're going to get weird-ass crease points and shit in there. So definitely something that can happen for sure. Ooh, there you go, bud. Want a medium sticker pack? Email me, info@angrysnowboarder.com, and I will get that to you. So, yeah, get that in the mail. Those will probably go out, honestly, next week. It's rainy and shitty outside, and I don't want to go to the post office tomorrow. I don't want to leave the house, period. I'm probably just going to sit inside and just edit videos all day. All right. Okay, where were we? Paul Cummins, Nidecker Mellow thoughts. I think they redid it for 2021. I can't remember. I think that's one of the ones they did it. But in the past, it's actually like one of those volume shifted carvy fun boards. It's like still the same thing as like a Simple Pleasures. And I always overlook talking about it because it's actually a really good board. It's got the right, it's like a more torsionally soft cool beam, if you will. So you've got a little more play between the feet, which really makes it more dynamic in and out of carves. It's a little more lively, a little less stable, but it's a really good board, and I always overlook it. I do have a review of it in the Nidecker Snowboards review playlist, so go there, check it out. I mean, that'll tell you what I think about it better than what I can do right now. Ryan Chandler, who's got the best wings in Breck? My fave is Ollie's, and they're... You don't know what a good fucking wing is, then, if you think Ollie's. That's fucking garbage food. Literally the fucking worst. Worst fucking pub food in Breckenridge. Fatties, 10 times better because they get the big drummies like you'd get on the East Coast, so they're the fucking fat wings, and they lightly bread them before they do it, so that they're better than that. If you like baked wings, Eric's are 10 times better than Ollie's. Fuck. I'm pretty actually, no, I know for a fact that, what is it? It's, Mikasa has better ones than that, and that's a Mexican restaurant. When a Mexican restaurant has better wings than a pub, you fucking blew it. I'll tell you, though. So, Ollie's are garbage, and so are Northside. Fucking straight trash. Like, fucking puke. Like, you're going to blow your colon out eating those. So, yeah, there you go. Fuck that, dude. Oof. Rex Mundy, 2021 Black Snowboard Death or Super DOA. Haven't ridden the new Super DOA, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm fucking in love with the Black Snowboard Death. Like, that board might not go back to Capita, or I might buy it from them, or it might magically fall off the back of the truck and land in the back of my car. I'm not sure. I really, really dig it. The new Black Snowboard Death 20th anniversary is fucking phenomenal. And the review of that will actually drop on Tuesday next week, so on the 1st. So you guys will be able to check that out. And that's a super, super solid one. Okay, OpFreakX. So with reservations, are you hearing if any resorts are going to limit number of people? Hashtag save Slim. We're not saving Slim. God, you guys the worst. They are going to cap. It's their way of capping, but it's their way of giving back to pass holders, putting priority over day ticket people. Even though they make more money off day tickets than they do season pass holders, they're really going after their constituency. And I've seen all the comments and the people that are fucking, this is a Ponzi scheme, this is this. Go fuck yourself. If you don't like it, don't buy their pass. It's a pretty simple thing for that. But there are going to be caps on there. And if you actually read the verbiage of what they put into their statements, and what they're talking about, when they say that they believe everyone that wants to ride on any given day will make it on the hill, but they can't plan for any day, they have to plan for every day, that whole planning for every day is your fucking the 22nd of December till the 2nd of January. It's your President's Weekend, your MLK weekend, your spring break. It's all that they're planning for when it's the shit will hit the fucking fan and it's going to be chaotic. That's what they're planning for. They're basing everything off of a worst case busiest scenario, which is amazing to see them go that route. There are going to be caps. I mean, there's supposed to be caps on them now, and they've just always been like, fuck it, keep selling tickets. Who cares? We'll pay any fines we get. So now they're just like, fuck it, we're going for it. We're doing it. This is our thing. And that's where they're at. So hopefully you guys kind of get where they're going and like, make sure you get your reservations and you do everything. And let's give you a spin of the wheel, bud. What do we got? Woo, small sticker pack for you. There you go. So if you want it, you know the drill. Email me, info@Angrysnowboarder, and I will get that in the mail for you probably next week. So, okay, Frank0020, you like the slush slasher or party platter for versatility? Party platter is more versatile than the slush slasher because it actually has an upkick tail and it's got a better camber profile if you really want to pop off things. I think it's a more versatile board because you can actually ride switch on it. You can ride switch on the slush slasher. It's not as much fun, I'll be honest with you on that. And you've got such a bigger nose and everything where with the party platter, you pretty much just got a little bit more outside the feet. It's a little more well-balanced of a board. So, yeah. Okay, Bull Hunter. My question is, when binding has no cosmetic damage, but yet you've ridden them for hell for 2 seasons, should I move on to new bindings or keep riding it out? Keep riding them out, man. If there's no visible damage and like you can look at the plastic and it doesn't have any of that weird white chalkiness and shit going on inside there, which is basically the thermoplastics, the nylon and shit stretching and having issues. If it doesn't have that, that's not a Rona cough, I swear. If it doesn't have that, you're fine. I mean, I've got a set of first or second year K2 lean ATs sitting over there that probably have 350 days on them. Still ride them. I'm going to give them to my friend Trevor, actually. Give him those on a snowboard so he's got something to ride this winter in New York. But yeah, like, I mean, I had a set of that I retired this past year of K2 Indy formulas that I had hybrid that I think the frame itself was almost 8 years old. And all I had replaced was the straps on it. Like the high back and the base were all that old. And I finally was just like, yeah, it's time to get new bindings. Like these black labels that I have here, obviously they didn't get as many days as I would have liked this past season on them, but my guess is I will probably replace these sometime around 2023, maybe the start of the 2023 season. Like I'll run them into the fucking ground until they're gone. So yeah, no reason to spend the money. Like if they're still good, they're not having any issues. You don't have like the teeth aren't wallowed out or anything. Like the discs are stripped or anything. You know, the straps aren't stripped, anything like that. Fucking do it. I mean, you can always replace a heel strap, a toe strap, and a buckle if you have to, and a high back. So that's what's nice about bindings being modular. You can always replace that shit and kind of go with it from there. So yeah, let's see. Okay, Andreas A. Is it weird that I normally ride dominant foot forward, right foot forward for me, superior foot, but feel more comfortable going left foot forward when riding one-footed? No, it's not. I have a friend that literally skates regular on a snowboard, but rides goofy. It's just the way that they skate. That's just how they do it. And then when they strap in, they're totally fine. It's just something about balance and anatomy and how people do it. Like, you're not a fucking freak. You're good. Woo! Medium sticker pack for you there, bud. Email me info@Angrysnowboarder with your mailing address, and I will get that in the mail to you. So, yeah. Medium? Yeah, medium. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing another one of those super live streamathon events. I'm just working on getting prizes for them, trying to get like 3 snowboards, another woman's one, some guys' boards. I might even do an indie pass. I'm not sure. So just working on getting that stuff, trying to get you guys stoked for snowboarding and stuff, and saying thank you for supporting me, especially through all the weird shit of the Rona and whatnot. So yeah, it's my way of like just trying to give back to snowboarding because snowboarding owes me nothing. So yeah, let's see. Let's see, where were we? Oh, let's see, where were we? Alan Murs, Avran, would you ever swing a leg over a bike to ride a bike park? No, I wouldn't. Let me show you what happened the last time I tried to be aggressive on a mountain bike. Watch my wrist. I don't know if you can hear it popping, but yeah, that's not normal. That was me trying to jump off of a 2.5 foot like wall and just hit the front tire and flipped over and dislocated my wrist. So yeah, I don't fuck with bikes. Over it. Osvaldo, you think we'll get any Karens out here this year? We've already gotten them this summer. They're not going anywhere. They're fucking here. Karens and Keiths just roaming around, fucking being a bunch of goddamn douche canoes. Fucking eating their douche muffins, playing with their douche kittens, just being piles of suck as humans. Like, part of the reason I did that video yesterday and I went on that whole tangent about don't be an asshole, and if you're going to be an asshole, don't come out to our resorts, was because these assholes are here and they're entitled. Well, where I'm from, where you're from isn't here. If where you're from is so fucking great, why did you fucking come here on vacation? Stay put. Like, fuck you. You're going to be a pile of suck. Like, deal with it. Yeah, we're going to deal. Like, fucking, I had some woman screaming at me the other day because she decided to stop. It's a 4-way, but it's a clear straight through, so you stop on each side. She's just sitting there, and I'm like, head out the window. Yo, like, either shit or get off the pot. You don't have a stop sign. It's a stop. And I was like, do you see a sign? Like, I almost got out of the car to be like, there's no fucking sign. She's like, well, where I'm from. And, oh, my God. And then they start going off on this, and then it's like, I need to die. Like, you know, it's like the dumbass bitch that called the fucking cops on me sitting on my porch during quarantine with no shirt on. She called the cops because I was fucking outside with no shirt on, standing on my porch with no mask. It's my fucking porch. Well, he shouldn't be down there. There's no house. It's my fucking house. Like, fuck these people. I hope they get rectal cancer. Ooh, reverse spin again. All right, there you go. You want a medium sticker pack. You know the drill. Email me, info@angrysnowboarder.com, and I'll get that in the mail. So, all right, what else we got? Let's see. Looks like we got a few more new people in here. If you're just tuning in, get your questions over in the chat box, wherever it shows up on your screen. I'm going to answer them. If you super chat, spin of the wheel. If you're new here, remember to subscribe. Trying to keep you guys stoked. So let's see. Ahmed Ali, thoughts on Park City Resort during January? I mean, it's Park City. It's January. I mean, snow could be good, snow could be bad, it could be crowded, it could not be crowded. It's kind of like, you know, you're just shitting in your hand and throwing it at the wall, and if something sticks, it sticks. That's kind of where it's at with that. I mean, I usually go in February, so in March. That's when I usually show up out there. Truth prevails. Hey, so the rain putting the fires out there? I think so. The air quality's gotten a lot better, and I haven't been. I went to Denver last night to drop a friend off at the airport at 4 in the morning, and the air quality was better even going into Denver, and they've been really bad lately. So I haven't heard anything new, but with the rain, that also brings, like, we've had some thunderclaps, which means there's lightning strikes, so we could have some more. Just in case anyone doesn't know, Colorado's fucking on fire. Like, everyone's concentrating on California because California always burns and all those people freak the fuck out. But Colorado's pretty fucking bad this year. We had our second worst fire in the history of the state. It actually closed I-70 because it burned all the trees that were holding the rocks down by Glenwood, and they were falling into the canyon on the highway and shit. They just reopened it. So, yeah, it's been pretty bad. So, okay. Dan Rao, does the Dinosaurs Will Die Setback insert pack do anything worthwhile? Well, yeah, it lets you slam the board as far back as you want on those inserts, which is going to give you more nose, less tail, change the leverage on that camber profile, and really let you just wheelie out. But the thing is, if you run a mini disc, it's not going to fit it. So that's something that most companies don't tell you. Like, I know the Rome mini disc barely fits on there, but the Union one doesn't. So with slam back inserts, you got to be really cautious. Like, ask yourself, do you really need it? Most people don't, but if it's like your only board and you're riding some super crazy deep pow and you need more nose than tail because you don't know how to ride pow, then yeah, you probably want to use it. Let's see. Let's see. Marek Sokolowski. How do we rid the mountains of Karens? Fire. We burn them at the stake like witches. I mean, just a few human sacrifices. They're not going to fuck around anymore. They're just going to be like, oh, no, I'm not getting fucking burned. No, I'm cool. I'm going to go. You know, they're going to be like, and just walk away. Seriously. Like, the more people that stand up to these dumb people and put them in their place, like, my favorite thing is, like, Americans have been conditioned for so long that the customer is always right, even though we all know the customer isn't always right. It's funny to watch someone get put in their place and be like, you're wrong. And this is why you're wrong. I love doing that to people. Like, when I get that shit, like, especially when I used to work the snowboard shop sales floor, I'd get people be like, you're wrong. And I'm like, then why are you the one fucking asking me for advice? I'm just here to guide you. But let me drop this knowledge on you. And then you do a knowledge bomb and it shuts them down. Like, the reason Karen's Karen is literally because they are bored with their lives and want to die. They are dead inside. They have nothing to live for. They have no care. So my favorite is, most of them, if you point out, is this a valuable use of your time? And they're like, what? What do you mean? And I'm like, I always break it down. I was like, you know, you have a finite amount of time on this planet. Like, you're going to be alive. And you don't know how much you have. Like, you could drop dead in 10 minutes. I'm not going to give a fuck if you die. But is this worth your time to waste it on this fucking effort? And once they do that, you can see the gears usually turn in their head. And that's when you really start to drive them insane. And it really starts to push them to start thinking about it. And if they're smart, they back down. If they're really dumb, they double down on what they're doing and they try to get in your face. So let them fucking Karen. Let them get in your face. Like, if you're in a stand my ground state, all they have to do is like verbally threaten you and you can do stuff about it. It's so funny like that. Like, always check the laws and make sure it's okay. But remember, if anything happens, I was scared for my life and prepared to defend myself, officer. I felt threatened. That's all you need to say. I'm just saying, if it gets to that level, don't let it get to that level, but it could get to that level. Shit fucking happens. I mean, Corona Keith that fucking took the swing at me at the liquor store. That's exactly what I told the cop. I was like, I was scared for my life and prepared to defend myself in the business. They never questioned anything more than that. Granted, I dropped that dude's ass, but whatever. Okay, let's see. I feel like we're getting some more questions in here. Phil Peacock, how does the Service Dog compare to other volume shifted pow boards in that price range? It's got a lot less tail. I mean, it's very, I guess the way to describe it with like how much setback it has, it's very like Cool Bean Slush Slasher-esque because you just have so much nose in there, but it's more playful. It's just, it's more lively. It's got more snap. It's more playful. You've got a bigger, better platform to lock into on presses on the nose on there. The side cut's good. It really engages from the middle off the tail, so you can really whoop it out of a carve in there. I'll have that review up on Tuesday next week, so you can watch that and see for yourself. So I know I'm about 2 weeks late with reviews this year. Obviously, I needed something for the month of September to like keep people interested because I'm struggling making content over here. In case people haven't noticed, I'm not really making like 100 videos a week anymore. So yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, healthy snowboarder. Angry, what's your thoughts on all the privileged people complain about this season's upcoming reservation system? I think the video I dropped yesterday really sums it up. It's like there's the diehards, which is like I would hope that you guys watching this are the diehards and like you really support snowboarding, whether you go 1 day a year or 100 days a year. But and as I say, I'm always trying to make you a better snowboarder, not better at snowboarding. Like the diehards, it sucks, but you know what? It's just we're gonna get to shred, right? So if we're gonna get to shred, fuck it. Who cares? It's an extra step and process to get there. That's cool. So that's the diehards, right? So the tryhards are the people that would roll in at noon, fucking 2 laps. They're in the bar, beer and a shot. Fucking 1 more lap, $25 cheeseburger. Look at me, I'm fucking deck pimping, getting my goggle tan, even though I'm not fucking riding. Look at me. Maybe they make like 7 laps a day. Those people, they're the ones that are bitching because this is who it actually affects. It's not, for me, it's a 5-minute inconvenience. I'll give 5 minutes to get 5 hours on the mountain. That's fine. For them, they might even, and most of these people I realize are like that 5 to 15 day a year rider. They're making out like a 5-minute inconvenience is going to cost them thousands of hours of headache and aggravation, and it's not. They're just privileged. They're literally dealing with first world white person problems. That's really what it is. And it's so funny. These are the same people that I just, they end up, they're time vampires. They're fucking handholders. They're those people that I talk about. Like, these are the people that fucking email me and I give them the answer that they need to hear, and it's not good enough. And it's like email after email after email after email, answering the same question, worded 25 different ways. And it's just like, finally, I just snap and I'm like, you need to shit or get off the pot and fucking sack up, son. That's it. And that's who these people are. Like, that's all they are, you know? And I get it. It sucks. Would I like to be able to roll out of bed, check the snow report, and drive to Copper, drive to A-Basin, drive wherever the snow is good? Yeah, I would. Okay. So I'm going to have to be a little more calculated. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on snow reports. Can't really rely on the arthritis snow report anymore when I'm in bed not looking out the window. Okay, that's fine. I'll get through it. You'll get through it. And you know what? If this is really such an inconvenience, don't buy a pass and don't go ride this year. Just stick it to the fucking man. You're going to prove your point. Because you know what that means to me? One less fucking asshole I got to deal with on the mountain, in town, or potentially sitting on the other side of a 6-person chair trying to talk at me. Those people suck dicks with their buttholes. Ugh. All right. Bottled and cork. Pour one for the opera dorks crying their eyes out. My carpet's wet. Small sticker pack. All right, Billy Ray Valentine. You know the drill. Add that to the list of things you got. So, yeah. All right. All right, let's see. Leo last name. Anyone expecting tax parking? No more shuttle service for the new season? There's going to be shuttle service. It's the town of Breckenridge has already proven that they can do it. It's just not going to be like everyone's jammed in like sardines. I think what they're going to do, they've got the buses for it, at least around here. I'm not saying all resorts, but what I think it's going to be is you're going to basically, like, if you miss that bus, there'll be another one in 5 and 5 and 5. But they're probably, it's going to be like when you first get on, they're going to be like, you go to the back, one here, one here, one here, one here, seats in between. Or if you're in a group, your party's stuck here or there. It's not, but there is going to be shuttles. I know that. I mean, Copper couldn't even do it. Like, if people had to walk from the free parking at Copper, you're talking about walking almost a mile. They're fucking dead. This is why I buy a parking pass. Let the peasants park out there. I roll a slope side. I park next to the taco stand, so on my way out, I can get 2 tacos and sit on my tailgate and eat tacos. That's on those days I can't get crab rangoons, because crab rangoons are now the new fashionable after shred après happy hour food. All crab rangoons and dumplings. So there we go. Okay. Undead. Do most resorts have all-week shuttle service? My local only does weekends. Thought that was the norm. It depends on the resort. Like, A-Basin only does shuttles on peak holiday weeks and weekends, but Copper has shuttles every day. Breckenridge has shuttles because the free lot is like 3 miles from the gondola. So they got to do it. Keystone has up that goes around just because parking, because like they've been putting people out by the convention center, stuff like that. Steamboat doesn't even have, it has like one little parking lot up by the resort. Otherwise, you're parked down by the tennis center, and so you got to do the shuttle. So places are still going to have shuttles. It's just but yeah, it's kind of like the bigger resorts, the more ritzy ones. It's kind of normal that they have shuttles. Truth prevails. Dude, have you seen the new Rurocs? Oh my God, I probably had about 50 people send me that chrome-plated fucking bullshit. Everyone needs to do their part and report it as sexually misleading. I find that gets it taken down faster. Yeah, always report that bullshit. That shit is the fucking worst. It's literally the fucking worst. So many people are gonna buy that shit and be like, "Look, my face mask is on," and it's like, "Oh, you fucking mouth breather! I hope you get rectal AIDS and herpes at the same time." Like, every time I ask someone why they bought one, they're like, "I don't know. I think it was a bad idea," but they're stuck with it because of how much they paid. And they're like, "The peripherals are bad. I can't see shit. Blah blah blah." Oh my God, dude, you people are fucking stupid. Thought you looked like a stormtrooper. Didn't realize you love Star Wars that much. Okay, cool. Maybe Disney needs to buy Ruroc, at least then they'll fucking ruin it. Ugh. Let's see. I think we're catching up on those questions. Let's see. What am I looking for? There's got to be some questions here. Oh, JD, thoughts on how the party mod is going to compare to the party platter? They're two completely different boards. I mean, you've got the party platter, you have a volume shifted, cambered, like it's really a volume shifted freestyle board that you can party board on. It's like, it's not, you know, it's a little more. With the party mod, you got a flat to rocker board, regular sizes with wide sizes in there. The party mod is just the old Rome mod rocker being brought back with a new shape to it and wide sizes. They're really not even in the same category, other than they say party in this for the first word and what it is. Let's see. Let's see. Jeff DeMoose 776. Some kid stabbed me with a ski pole closing day last year, and I never saw him again that day. Should I just let bygones be? No, he's a fucking skier. You should hold that hate inside your heart. It will keep you warm on those cold, cold, deep winter's nights. And that fire will burn inside you. And you will always question skiers and what they are doing. It will also allow you to always be cognizant when some motherfucker is trying to stab you with a pole so that you can develop cat-like judo reflexes to deflect their poles as they come at you. And then you'll eventually get to the point where when they do it, you deflect it, grab it, pull it out of their hand, then stab them with their own pole, and then they die. And then that's one less fucking skier asshole on the mountain and in the lift line in front of you, which means you get on the mountain faster. These are facts. Okay, Will Quackenbush. Arbor crosscut camber versus ride mountain pig, or any recommendations? Need something that grips really well and stiff enough for the deep stuff in the trees. Well, the mountain pig's going to be stiffer than the crosscut. It's almost too stiff. As far as grip goes, it's okay. There's better out there. The crosscut will actually probably grip better than the mountain pig, in my opinion. I don't know why you want a stiff board for tree riding. You should get something with more torsional flex. It makes it more loose and easier to steer off that back foot. Like stiff would be more wide open, hard charging than anything. But personally, in that situation, I'd go with the crosscut over the mountain pig. Otherwise, I'd look at the berserker instead of the mountain pig. Let's see. Eric Kim, know anything about operations on airport shuttles to mountain towns in Colorado? Oh, they're fucked right now. I think they're still trying to figure that out. My friend Larry, her roommate, was running the shuttle thing, and he's still not back to work. He was one of the first let go, and he's still not back. And I feel like a lot of people are renting cars this year, and they're going to fucking die when they drive, and it's going to be amazing. Especially because we just put in 2 more circles of death between the highway and Breckenridge. It's fucking great. I can't wait to see this. People are just going to be dying all over the place. Like, fucking, oh my God, there's a roundabout. Right through the middle, dead. Fucking, oh my God, I made the wrong turn. How do I do it? Just fucking pulling a European vacation and just driving in circles inside the roundabout. I like to do that during peak season sometimes to fuck with people. I'll just get in the roundabout and just keep going in circles. So everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, and then I'll just drive right back out and not even care. I just don't even care. But yeah, the shuttles thing is a weird one too. That one, they're still figuring out the good and the bad with that. Wayne McKenzie, I'm looking for Magna Traction Hard Charger 510 240 Jones Ultra Mountain Twin. That one comes to mind. You might also like the new Juggernaut from Rosinal. The Niche Aether comes to mind as well. Otherwise, you're looking at like the LibTech Swiss knife, the TRS HP. What else is on there? Maybe the Gold Member. feel like I'm forgetting one in there as well. The GNU Temple Cummins. So you got a bunch of options right there, bud. So hopefully that answers that for you. Wayne, let's give you a spin of the wheel. Well, if you want it, you can get it. I've got you winning a small sticker pack, Wayne. So email me, info@angrysnowboarder.com, and give me your address, and I'll get that in the mail to you. Okay, Phil Peacock, thanks for keeping the Stoke alive. Great info on the reservation video last night. So for anyone that doesn't know, I put up about an 18-minute video talking about Vail's epic reservation system. You can just check it out. It's on the channel. Watch it. You'll learn a lot of shit if you're one of those people that needs to know. So, yeah. All right, Phil, let's give it a spin. Woo! Next question gets a spin. What do we got? All right. All right, Jason Moore. Is Marhar still pressing boards in Michigan? GP87? No, they're still making their boards in Michigan. They've got their own factory right there in Grand Rapids. I don't have any in here right now, but I do actually. Hang on. Yeah, I forgot. We got this prototype twin Sasquatch that they sent me. This is fucking cool because it's a Sasquatch, but it's twin. So, yeah, they're still pressing. I've got 3 reviews. I've got an Invasion, a Dark Side, and an Archaic review dropping. That'll drop on Tuesday next week. Boards are still there. They're still shipping. They're still doing custom boards for people. So that GP87 is still in China. So, yeah. And you get a spin of the wheel. Ooh. Next question gets a spin. All right, Ryan Cohn, if you have access to great shops, demo options, any suggestions for demoing a few boards before buying? Show up with a 30 rack of PBR and some tacos or burritos. And not even like good ones. I'm talking like Taco Bell. Like, they love Taco Bell. Or chicken wings and pizza. And just take it to the tune shop, demo shop, whatever, and be like, I want to try a bunch of shit, and I'm going to definitely be buying from you. But it's going to be a process of trying a few things. What can you set me up with, and ask them what they got? I mean, I could literally give you 2,000 boards to try right now. I don't know what the shop has available. Don't really care what the shop has available. You know better than I do. You should be able to be like, well, that looks interesting, that looks interesting, that looks interesting. I mean, I don't need to hold your hand to tell you what to demo. Like, basically is what I'm saying. But let's give you a spin of the wheel. Ooh, middle finger. That's a rough one. Okay, let's see. Travis Coleman, my wife's hands are always apparently frozen solid. Who makes the warmest gloves? Find out if she has Raynaud's syndrome. Raynauds, Raynaud's syndrome. It affects the extremities, mainly the hands in women. And what it is it's a circulation issue. If that's the case, no glove is going to work unless it is battery heated. If that's the case, you're dropping some serious fucking coin on that. Hestra makes the best for that. So that's what you're going to be doing, is looking for that. Otherwise, you're going to be investing in hand warmers and shoving them in there. If you can find a glove that on the back of it, it's got that little vent seam or zipper, you can open it and shove a hand warmer there. So you shove one there, you shove one in there, and hopefully that'll keep her warm. But more than likely, she has Raynaud's syndrome, and most people that have it are never diagnosed with it. So if she goes to a doctor, she can get tested for it. Once they find that out, they can give her some stuff to like help with it, and she can kind of develop a whole plan going forward from there. The only other thing would be, unless she had some freak fucking Mr. Deeds, Adam Sandler, like Blackfoot, but on her hands, frostbite. That would literally be it. That would be the only other reason. So hopefully that answers that question. Undead. What are the resorts to hit between Boise and Denver? Got Powder Alliance and Icon. Need to road trip the new car. So coming down. So I'm not. Is Beaver Mountain on Powder Alliance? If they're not Powder Mountain, so this is the way I'd go. I'd come down and I'd go through Utah over. So this is what I would hit. I would go Beaver, Powmau, Brighton in Utah. Then as I'm coming out, I'd go to what was that one that's south there? Is that Eagle Ridge, something like that? I don't know, it's down there. I can't remember the name exactly or something. Then when you get into Colorado, go to Powderhorn outside Grand Junction in Mesa. Then you're going to want to go to Aspen. Take your pick of any of the resorts realistically. Terrain's pretty much good at all of them, depending on how the snow is. Then from there, you would drive over Vail Pass, go to Copper, drive up to Steamboat, go to Steamboat, come down. You can hit Winter Park. Fucking hate that place. I hope it burns to the ground. Fuck it. Then as you get closer to Denver, you got Eldora, hit Eldora, then you're in Denver, and then you're dead. Okay. Let's see. Have you people literally never seen a 30 rack of PBR? Fuck, man, we had 24 packs of the 25-ounce cans. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? Jonathan Cosiano, what's up with the Proteus snowboards? They've developed a cam system, so it's essentially like a guitar tuner. And so you got these strings that go through there, and it's hooked up to this cam system between the feet. And you get this little tool, and you can tighten it and make it reverse or make it camber and shit. From an engineering standpoint, I think that's actually pretty solid, like what they're trying to build. From them building boards, they're fucking straight garbage. Like those guys, I looked at them and I was like, oh, wow, it looks like a snowboard from 1999 to 2003. Like, you guys are making these in your garage. I mean, I wasn't overly impressed. They're just not impressive boards. And the best was when I talked with the owners and I was like, so if these things broken, because I was curious, I would ride one. I would definitely ride one. I'm not shit-talking the technology. I'm shit-talking the actual build quality of the boards. And the response was, we've tested them extensively. He has ridden one a lot, and he rides really hard. And I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, oh, really? Snowboard boots from 8 years ago, fucking goggles, fucking lens down on the table that you're scratching that are old. I think they were Arne or Von Zippers or some shit like that. You got a fucking khaki 686 jacket that they haven't made in 10 years, and you're telling me you ride hard? You don't fucking ride. You're a fucking weekend warrior, which is nothing wrong with that, but you just say it rides hard. Me, I'm going to go try to crease that fucker on a knuckle of a jump and see what happens when I land and I've got that torque in the thing pulling it up and it suddenly the band inside snaps. I'm going to see what happens, you know? And that's the thing. Like, they're dumping a lot of money to push it, but at the end of the day, it's a bunch of it's a bunch of people that snowboard that were engineering nerds at CU Boulder. And so they started a snowboard brand and they built a press and they did all this shit. Well, yeah, okay, cool. You built a press, that's cool. But your boards, like your finish is furry, which tells me you're not stone grinding. You're just doing a belt job. And your top sheets are thick, which means you're using older material. Your cores are really thick to begin with because you have to compensate for that cam system or whatever it is that you built in there. So, like, every time I look at it, and they reached out to me and they were like, hey, would you like to do a review? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, cool, send us your graphic and we're going to put your graphic. And I was like, no, you're going to just send me a board. I'm not putting my graphic on anything that I do not endorse yet. I don't endorse it. I don't want that, because if that thing ends up in the wild when I send it back and they're like, well, Angrysnowboarder did, or they have my file and they put it out there with my graphic, it's a fucking hassle and a half for me to be like, you guys are literally hurting my credibility because I don't endorse this product. I don't do this. I didn't license this to you. So So it's one of those things where I look at it and I'm just like, ew. So by and large, I mean, the idea of the technology sounds really cool. I have issues with the long-term durability as well as the build quality of the snowboards. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Mick Newland. Should the lift lines be too long this season? Will we see Avran skinning up a mountain with a split? No. I will build a killdozer sled, and I will just plow through everyone in the lift line, and then they'll die, and then I'll get on the chairlift. I'll Marvin Heemeyer the motherfucking ski slopes, and I don't care. Quote me on that. All right. So been here about an hour and a half. Going to take a few more questions and then dip out for the night because I think I might watch Bill and Ted 3 for the third time. That's right. Bill and Ted Face the Music's out. I figured out the plot from the very first trailer, and it was great. And it was everything I thought it was. It's a Bill and Ted movie, just way too much CGI. So let's see. Jack Greenhog, does a crack top sheet clear coat mean I'm overflexing the board? I have a Burton Stun Gun 58 rated for 180 to 260 pounds and somehow cracked the clear coat on it. I only weigh 140 pounds. 5'8", what the fuck? Yeah, let me guess. You also have a set of Bellavitas on it? Depends on the binding on there. That clear coat, I mean, it's just a lacquered clear coat on there. It's purely cosmetic. It's when it starts to bubble up and like you can see that it's cracked and ridged. That's when you got to start to worry about that. But those clear coats, it's just the way that they're made. It's purely cosmetic. But your bindings, especially if it's outside your bindings, when you torsionally flex a board, if it's got a point that, because you're going one way and the other when you twist it, if it's got like a point on the edge of the heel cup or on the base, it puts so much pressure down that that pressure has to go through the core and everything. It ripple effects, and it's kind of like hitting tempered glass, so it starts to crack it and whatnot. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Spencer Tittle, thoughts on the 2020 Battalion disaster? That's actually a fun board. Well, I rode the 2021, but I mean, it's not a bad board for what it is. If you like 3BT, that's the whole thing. Is like if you're going to commit to a battalion, you have to like 3BT. Like that's kind of what you're getting with that. So you have to ask yourself, do you want that or not? I mean, I rode the 2021. It was a playful, fun board, and I actually had a really good day in the Peace Park with that at Copper. All right. Sam Martin, have you heard of System Snowboards, or are they just another knockoff brand? They are a store brand, I believe. They're nothing special. Like, you can just go on Alibaba and fucking order them for cheap. Let's see. This is just a factual statement from Truth Prevails. Coors is Rocky Mountain piss water. It is. It's made with water that I literally piss in. My piss runoff travels downstream to the brewery. You're drinking my excellence that I exude. These are facts. You can't argue this. All right. Yanni Melmi, my wife's knees hurt when she rides. What does that mean? Suggestions to relieve. So first off, find out if she's anatomically standing correctly. If she's knock-kneed, she's pronating, supinating, figure out if she's going knock-kneed, bow-legged. Second, does she have an aftermarket insole? Because stock insoles are crap. Does her boot actually fit her? Did you buy bindings that have canting and she doesn't have as wide of a stance, so she doesn't need that? There's so many different ways to do that. Also, she could just be out of shape. She could just have knee degeneration for all I know. I don't know what's going on there, but there's so many different things that cause knee fatigue and pain. But the big one is starting with the footbed inside the boot, making sure the boot actually fits, and then working your way out from there. Undead Avran's piss beer. Damn right. Ooh, reverse spin again. All right, PSA, everybody. Wear your masks. The sooner we all wear our masks and get through all this bullshit, the sooner we can go back to normal. And then I can figure out which girls have gap teeth so I don't talk to them. It's fucking unbecoming. Ugh. All right, well, where are we at? We're at 1:30, so I think we're going to pack it up, call it a day, guys. Thanks for tuning in. For any of you guys that won sticker packs today, remember, email me, info@Angrysnowboarder, with your mailing address and what size sticker pack you won. I do have it written down so I can double check so I'll know if you're lying, you sinners. And remember, if you're new here, to subscribe. Said that wrong. And remember, if you're new here, to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for you guys. And this video is brought to you by Angrysnowboarder.vip. So if you feel like you want to support us, swing on over to Angrysnowboarder.vip. Check out the video I got over there. It explains it and everything like that. You know, so once you click on it, just scroll down. It's right there. And do that. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully I answered all your questions. Thanks for the support. And I'll see you guys in another video.